Hi guys, hi. This is my favorite place to film. Why? Because I have these giant windows and I always say, don't worry, I'll show you this amazing outfit at the end. If you don't want to hear all of this, then scroll to the end and then come back. But if you want to hear this, then stay. So I like to film here because you get to see all of my home, my glorious home, and I love to go on podcasts and I love to watch and see what people wear, what they talk about, how they live, all of that. So that's what I'm giving in my podcasts. Like, I love podcasts. Why do I love podcasts? Because they're a place like when you're driving and you have 4 hours to drive and you want to learn something. My mind never stops. Like today I was going to go out and mow the lawn and get all my yard work done, walk my dog and do all that before it gets hot. But then there's huge moving trucks in front of my house. Something's happening next door where there was nobody living. So you readjust your schedule to what the situation is. And I'm the queen of that. You can't get anywhere if you have a mind that paralyzes you if that one thing doesn't go your way. Like you have an intention, you'll do it, you know, your intention was to get it done in the morning, but then if things go against what you planned they were going to go, then you do it in the evening, and that's okay. You mend and you bend and you do what you need to do to get what it needs to get done when the appropriate time is. So with that being said, I was in there getting ready because I realized there's 2 huge moving trucks inside front of my house and I need to readjust my plan. So I found this cute little outfit that I got at Target and I'm like, it shows off my tan and I'm really tan right now. It's, you know, back in the day, you remember when tube tops were in style and little short shorts? It's given me that 80s feel. Well, that's all back, and I got it from Target. I also paired it with these cute little, they're like Barbie shoes, you know, like a pale pink. These remind me of my platform shoes that I used to mow my lawn in, but only they were full heel. They weren't just this. They were like more like wedge heels, and I used to mow my lawn in the front of my house with my high heel wedge shoes and my kid in a backpack on the back of me. That's the mom that I was. People probably thought, oh my gosh, she's abused. And sometimes I'm pregnant and mowing the lawn, and that's who I was. I never let anything in my life stop me from getting things done. And this is what I want to motivate you with today, is never let anything stop you from getting things done that you want to get done. Like, can I get my toes up there? Can I get a whoop whoop? I guess kind of. You know where to go for that. So I was getting ready and I was like, I've had my ponytail in for so many days. I think I just want to give you some long hair, put a little flat iron curls in it, and just come on here and motivate and talk. Now, this is what I want to tell you today. So while I was getting ready, these are the thoughts that popped into my head. Like, I really feel like I am at a place in my life to where I get to give back. You know how people do, you know, they work and they do their jobs and they do things like dancers dance and then maybe they get hurt and then they end up teaching the class because they can't dance anymore. Well, I am that woman that gets to do so many amazing things in my life. I have created my own story of my life. And it started from isolating myself and being alone. So let me tell you about what I've found. And my prayer is today is that whoever needs to hear this will find this video and they will leave better than they did before, and they will leave with questions answered. Oh, that's why I feel the way I do. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why. That's who I want to be in this video particularly. Now listen, can I tell you something? Like, I have isolated myself for a year. Now, I can't even believe I'm saying that. Like, that means no sex. I have like 2 friends, you know. I barely see them. I barely hang out with them. I have trained myself to be alone in my home. When I bought this house 3 years ago, I knew that it was going to change my life. I didn't know how, but I knew it was going to change my life. I knew it was a healing home. I got to design it. I got to put all of Ursula's touches in this home without having to explain or do. I just did it. It just came naturally. Now, what happens is when we are born, we're born with a certain amount of trauma. They're cutting our umbilical cord. They're throwing us to the nurse, and they're pumping us full of shots, and they're making us cry so that we can breathe. And we're separated from our mom, and we're not having skin on skin right away. And sometimes we don't have the best, greatest moms because they're so stressed out and they haven't tapped into their inner self, or they haven't dealt with their traumas. And so we end up in this trauma-filled space for the rest of our time, not knowing how to get out of it. Like wanting to get out of it, but then not knowing how. So I want to teach people how to get out of your trauma. There is a way. There is a way. So I was lucky enough to move here, to be by myself, to go through the lessons I did, to figure those out, to move forward, to be alone, to be single, to be with my dog, and learn back to the basics of the simple things like, okay, it's me against the world. Like, it's me against the world. And I've got this inner voice, and I want to find it. And I want to release these traumas and move forward and create my story of my life the way that I want to at the end of my life. So the only way to do that is to isolate yourself unless you have a support system in place that adds to you and appreciates you and like is doing their best to like see your beauty and tell you like, go girl, I support you in anything you want to do, even if it's crying in your bed for hours, even if it's going through that dark tunnel of trauma to get to the other side to where the light is. I support you. Unless you have those kind of people in your life, I invite you to be alone. Now, I have taken a year off, not a year off from working, but a year off from socializing. Now, this might be surprising to you because I'm such a social person online and I do so many videos and all of that. That's fun, and I get to motivate and I get to inspire, and to be honest, YouTube has been my therapy. My therapy. I may be your therapy, but this camera and YouTube have saved my life because I was able to go here, and every part and every stage of my life I've been able to express it and share with you and go through all of it with you. And you've all been here to watch the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups and downs, the twists and turns, the glow up. And I'm here to tell you that when you take that time for yourself, you may say, oh, I can't afford to take a year off, and won't I be bored, and what about my friends? And you know, like I always told my kids, you know, friends come and go. Your true homies, your true, you know, ride or die friends will be there when you get to the other side, and they will understand your no means no and your yes means yes. And when you say no, you don't have to explain yourself. You say no and your no means no, and when you say yes, your yes means yes. And then people will get eliminated from your life, and all of a sudden, like all the trauma that you've been through your whole life starts to kind of come flooding at you and starts to make sense. Oh, that's why I didn't feel good. Oh, that's why I didn't have any creativity. Oh, that's why, because we are who we associate ourselves with. So when you're young and you associate yourself, you're with your family, you trust your adult figures to guide you and lead you, but as we know, they aren't always capable of doing that. So then you carry their trauma, and then you bring that into your relationships, and then you accept whatever situation that anybody's willing to give you. And then when your personality, when you try to get your personality out, it's not accepted, and you're told, no, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's have this many kids. Let's have this house. You're to be a housewife. You're to do this. You're to do that. And you're dictated and told what to do. And if you don't have enough self-worth and self-love, then you mold into their ways, and then you become who they want you to be instead of who you were created to be. And then you lose your personality. And then there's this like sadness and darkness that comes over you. Like I have always said, I've always been a robot. Like seriously, I felt like I had an armor on me, and I was just this is like an AI person, like I must go out and clean the patio. I must go out and mow the lawn. I must go out and take the garbage out because it's garbage day. Like, oh, my husband's gonna be home at 5:30. I better make something fun and amazing and yummy. And he wants pork on Monday, beef on Tuesday, chicken on Thursday, lasagna on Friday, eggs and bacon on Saturday, eggs and bacon and hash browns on Sunday, and T-bones in the oven. No, not the oven. It's got to be cooked on the barbecue because the meat tastes better on the barbecue. Okay, I will be whatever you want me to be. And when you get home, here you go. Here's your meal. Would you like a beer? Okay, here you go. Okay. All right. So you see what I'm saying? So when we're not healed, we mold into what everybody wants us to do. Like the people who are healed and doing work, they're known as the difficult ones because they don't mold and do whatever you tell them to do. They're like, no, thank you. Yes, I will. No, I don't want that. Okay. Nope, I don't want to go there. Nope, I'm not doing that today. No, today is all about me. I love myself. I get to wear whatever I want. I don't have to hang out with them. They don't make me feel good. You see what I'm saying? So this is what happens in our life of trauma. And unless we deal with it, unless we isolate us, I always say that God will put you in an isolation preparation stage when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I got sick and tired of being sick and tired after my relationship ended, with my husband, with my boyfriend. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I thought, it's never about the other person. It's always about you. Like we can point fingers till forever. Like, you're the reason I did that. And you're the reason I don't have that. And you're the reason. And you're the reason. But no, you're the reason. Because unless you realize why you did the things you did with your trauma and because of your parents, how they made you feel, and the relationships, and you mold into this character of what everybody else wants you to be, then you don't get the healing that you deserve to have. So for the rest of my life, I am going to be teaching what I've learned on my healing journey and how I look younger, how I feel younger, my fountain of youth secrets. Like all of a sudden the weight of the world just lifts off you. And what happens is when you get rid of the trauma and when you work on the trauma, piece by piece by piece by piece by piece, all through your belly, all through your throat chakra. Find somebody to help you with it. Get a trauma specialist or whatever, and get that stuff out of you. Then and only then does your inner child feel safe enough to come out. And she peeps out. And she's like, oh, is it safe yet? Is it safe to be fun and happy and quirky and silly? Is it safe? And when you allow a place for it to be safe, for your inner child to come out and play, then and only then do you get your powers and your gifts and talents back to you. You see, it's never too late to get everything that was stolen from you and lost from you back. Like the saying goes, better late than never. And then when that happens, I realized, wow, I no longer have to live a life of pain and suffering because I have to do everything that everybody else wants me to do that I don't want to do. Then you tap into the power within you, the creativity within you. You tap into something that's new and exciting. So when people go out with me and they go shopping with me, they're like, oh my gosh, you're just always like a breath of fresh air. You're like the kid. Because I literally go to a store, because I don't get out much because I've been doing the work on myself and I've isolated myself on purpose. And when I do go out, I am free enough and healed enough now to just like be the kid like on Christmas Day every single day. And that's the only way I can describe it. It's like I get to the store and I'm like, I like that. Oh, it's so soft and pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, that smells good. Vanilla sea salt. I want that in my house. I like the way that smells. I like the way this outfit looks on me. I just know what I like now. And I'm free enough to just put things in my cart and not ask for anybody's permission and not say, do you like this on me? Do you think I should get this? Do you think I should buy this? Where my whole life was, no, you shouldn't get that. No, 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 no. People told me no my whole life. And now I get to be like, yeah, that'll look good on me. Like this little outfit. That's part of this little outfit. And that's why you'll understand when I stand up. This is like my little girl outfit. Like my inner child, like let her out outfit. Like fun, silly, excited, like Christmas, like that. And now I get to write the story of my own life. There are days even now that I have to remind myself, I am alone, I am single, I get to be alone, I get to be single, I get to pay my own bills, I get to have a house, I get to have the luxuries if I want them, I get to write the story of my life now, I get to travel, I get to go out in nature, I get to date whoever I want, I get to do whatever I want, and I no longer have to worry about anybody else's opinion. You see, that's when you know that you're healed and getting healed. It's a daily thing, you got to keep it up, but that's how you know, because you no longer care what anybody thinks of you, what anybody says about you. Your daily job is to be happy and grateful, and then do it again and again and again and again. Celebrate. I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm happy, I'm healthy. And then you put the supplements into your body that you need, the healthy food, 80% healthy, 20% not. And then you go to the gym and you go outside and you swim and you get your 10 minutes a day. And you just set yourself free every single day. That's the gift of life. That's when you're free. That's what you want in life, is to have freedom. It's not all the aesthetics, which I know it looks kind of great, right? But it's about when your soul becomes free, that's when you are free. So I love you for watching, and think about what I said. Watch it and listen to it over and over again until it sticks in your brain. Mind over matter sticks in your brain, like when you go to a workout. It hurts, it sucks, it's hard, but then you get to where you crave it. You crave that gym. You crave the way your body feels. You crave how that you can release everything in the gym and then come back stronger. You crave that meditation in the morning because you get to close your eyes and get rid of all the negative thoughts, and then all the positive things start flooding into your life, and then you start creating that every single day. And there's no way anybody can get you down. You're that person that pisses people off if they're not healed. They're like, she's happy. You're like a repellent to evil people, and that's what I want to be. Like, I want to be a repellent. I want to throw love into the world, and if you don't get me and you don't understand it, you're on your own journey, and that's okay. And anytime you have comments that reflect on negative, it's how they feel about themselves. It has nothing to do with you because you're living your purpose. Do you understand? So on that note, I better keep my word and show you this outfit, this cute outfit, and these cute shoes. Aren't these cute? Like, this is my inner child. This is the look of my inner child. And I wanted to share that. I better make sure the backs are, I wanted to share that for you so you can understand and just kind of put this whole video into perspective on the things that you get to do as you move forward. I love you.